Hello everyone. So this is just going to be a really quick video discussing with you some netiquette expectations regarding things like discussion forums or in-class discussions, things of that nature. So netiquette as well as classroom etiquette, I guess you could say, and let you know that throughout the course of the semester, not every class period, but we will periodically be reviewing pieces of literature. They'll be short pieces of literature, as you'll see, so typically not more than a few pages in length. And I have attached some readings or those readings on Blackboard. So if you ever want to, look ahead at weeks to come and kind of read ahead, you can. Some that we will be looking at, for instance, include Paul's case and A Man's Man. Those are two that I'm just looking at right now. And when you're filling out those discussion forums, you want to kind of pause and think about, well, this is going to be viewed by my classmates, right? Not just the instructor, but also my classmates. And I want to make sure that I'm presenting myself in a way that is, of course, appropriate, that has tact, because we might be writing about diverse or sensitive subjects. Of course, in a class like this one, where opinions are welcome, right? We want to be as inclusive as possible with our opinions. It's more likely that we might run into heated language, sometimes not even necessarily because we mean to, right? So I want to make sure that we all remain really in touch with how we speak to one another, make sure that we're kind in our exchanges and respectful. Make sure that when you are filling out those discussion forums that you just kind of let the language of the prompts guide you. They will tell you how many sentences, right, that each section needs to be. They will kind of explain as well how and in what way you could respond to a peer and some things you could keep in mind. And of course, you'll see that it'll always be noted, please follow etiquette guidelines and be respectful as well as courteous, right? So don't be disrespectful, no threats, things of that nature. The way the discussion forums work is you're really kind of going to be graded on how you're interacting with others. And so long as you do a really well thought out response, right? And you take the time to respond as needed on time, you should get a good grade. And they're graded kind of holistically. So I look through all of them as they come in and kind of look for trends, if you will, that I can comment on that are hopefully useful to you. And of course, the purpose of kind of exchanging different ideas here is just that we're really aiming to open up discourse with one another in the same way that the sources that we work with do, right? So in the same way that the sources that we work with open up dialogue amongst one another, we want to do that exact same thing with one another. So in a way that is tactful, respectful, engaging, right? That makes it clear that we're listening to one another. So don't just say something like, that was a really good or cool response. That's not going to work for your grade, right? Going back to what a peer actually said and citing that and actually then responding to it with ideas of your own that are similar or different, that would be appropriate, okay? Obviously, we'll be reading an array of the same texts and answering the same questions about those texts, but we all are going to have different opinions, and that's the beauty of what we do, right? Especially in the community college system, the fact that we have so many different types of individuals with so many different backgrounds and ages, and that makes for, I'd say, an invaluable experience when it comes to discussions, be them in person or online. So just keep that in mind. And of course, the formatting for discussion forums are just going to be paragraph format. You can't really attach things in a way that's MLA appropriate. So you just kind of follow the sentence length that is advised. Make sure that your initial posts are turned in when they are said to be turned in, and then that you get on that second post whenever we do have discussion forums within the time frame advised as well. I hope this video was helpful, just kind of letting you know the functionality of discussion forums, again, to kind of open up discourse with our peers and replicate the experience that we're going to be doing in essay writing in real time, right? In the way that we interact with one another. So you might be thinking, oh, we've got this paper on blank, right? It's not on literature. Why are we reading literature? Well, literature is still a discipline, right? If you look at the context of the course, writing and research across the disciplines, we still want to make time for the discipline of literature. But to do so in a way that is effective, it will be invaluable that we engage with one another as a community. Okay, thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know if you have questions, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.